Yes, all of you. Yes, take your notebooks, take your pens, and be ready because I'm going to give you number of sentences and presentation styles. Number of sentences and presentation styles. Right. So this is what we are going to do today. Nana, ఏం చేస్తున్నా పండుకుంటున్నావా? మామూలుగా కాదు. తినేసిన. ఓకేనండి. ఓకేనండి. Thank you. సరేనండి. Yes. Right. Take your points, which I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to give you qualitative sentences, official, authentic, officially approved sentences, solid sentence styles, OET writing. Yes. OET writing. I'll give you a number of sentences. Yes, take it. Right. So number one is the sentence structure. Write down. Number one is the sentence structure. Number two, grammar. Number two is the grammar. I'm going to explain all these things today. I'm going to explain all these things today. Don't miss. Be till the end of the show. I don't know when I'm going to stop. I don't know because I feel little sick sitting like that. So, and you know, on Saturdays and Sundays, I take special lectures. They come out of my heart. This is bonus session. This is a bonus session. Yes. What are important in your writing? Okay, why are they important? I'll tell you. Yes. Number three. Number one is the sentence structure. Number two will be
Grammar.
yes, grammar. Number three will be vocabulary. Number three is vocabulary. Okay. Number four is the message. Message. Number four is the message that you are conveying. Did it reach the other person or not? Okay. These are things I'm going to explain now. What are the different styles of presentations? Okay. What are the different styles of presentations? So I already explained about the extras, the preliminaries and the concluding parts. Okay, so now we are going to the second round, that is the main body. So these 2 days, today and tomorrow, we are going to focus. We are going to focus on the body, mainly the sentence components, not the letter components, only the body, the sentences. What are the various components of a sentence? How to make sentence an outstanding sentence? How to enhance the quality of the sentence? Okay. Yes. So, next one. It is a one-sided lecture. So only at the end of the session, the mics will be open. So if you have any problems, you can send a message on WhatsApp and I can see here. Okay, if you cannot hear properly or if you have any problem, don't write anything in the chat box. Don't write anything in the chat box until I ask you to write. If you have any problem, send a message on WhatsApp. Okay. I'll give you, okay, right. You all have my number. So you can message me on WhatsApp and I can follow it up with you. So first one is quality. Quality is the foundation for today's lecture. Everything related to quality and nothing else. Our today's lecture entirely depends on quality. That is the final aspect which we are going to deal with today. Okay. Fine. So, what is this quality and how can we enhance this quality? Let us consider it very seriously now. Right. Every sentence has something special. Number one, the essentials and the non-essentials. and the, balancers. There are some things called the essentials. That means without this is nothing. Awesome. That means the pillars of the sentence. And there are some things or non-essentials. That means without these things also it is okay. So include and exclude principle. Include and exclude principle. I'm teaching you. Somebody write the notes very nicely. Sangeeta, Prabjit, or anybody else. Okay, fine. Somebody write the notes. So, exclusion and inclusion. What should we exclude, stay away from? What should we what should we include? Means must-haves and the have-nots. Must-haves and the have-nots. Need not. Because even without those, we can survive. Let me give you an example. Oxygen is a must, a want. Oxygen is a must want. That's it. Must need. Definitely want. That is. Second one, water is a must. Food is a must. Now, this is what it is. Now, oxygen, so fresh air, pollution, and freshness. Now, when you want air, oxygen, you need to breathe in air. Concentrate on what I'm talking. It is not a nonsense. It is absolute sense. Because I cannot explain you all those things, because even if I explain, you cannot understand the subjectivity of the contents which I'm going to speak. That's why I'm talking in those areas which you already know. So when you want to breathe, when you want to take oxygen, you want oxygen, but you have to breathe in everything. You have to breathe in oxygen, you have to breathe in nitrogen, you have to breathe in every gas which is there in the air. You have to breathe in. But you have to take only that oxygen and you have to expel all the other things. That means you should know, you should take everything and you should keep retention, write down. Retention of quality. That's what I'm telling. Only oxygen you will retain. That is the speciality of the lungs. Once it reaches the lungs, only oxygen is grabbed and remaining things expelled the very next second. Very next second. Because those are all unwanted guests. They'll be pushed out immediately. That means those things are irrelevant. Now I'm coming to what is relevant and what is irrelevant. So you retain that oxygen retention capacity. Your lung has. It will take and absorb all the oxygen. Yes. And expel other things. Now this oxygen is needed for us. Okay. But if you take entirely oxygen, you cannot survive. Because all the oxygen, which even if you take, all the oxygen is not retained. That is what it is. So, retention. So you should know what you want and what you should expect. Now here, when you are breathing in air, the surroundings, the environment, the society, the location or the situation or the condition where you are in, it plays a very pivotal role. If you are in a city, then you have a problem maybe, because there is a lot of pollution. You cannot get the quality air that you need, the fresh air, the pure air, without any contamination, without any pollutants. So that is what I'm telling you. If you go to a village, you see, you get that fresh air, fresh from the green trees, unpolluted, uncontaminated. Okay, now you are in the kitchen, which is full of smoke because there is no gas stove. Then you are amidst that smoke. Then what happens? You inhale smoke and there is a lot of suffocation. The same thing happens in writing. You have a lot of information. You cannot put everything into your letter. You should pick and choose. Pick and choose. That is called relevant information. If you are writing ordinary quality, which doesn't have that, qualitative content, then it will be rubbish. What is expected? For example, when you are writing to your friend or when you are speaking to your friend, your tone is different. When you're speaking to your brother, the tone is different. When you're speaking to your sister, the tone is different. Then what is this tone? The modality, the expression, the intensity, the seriousness, the vocabulary, the standard of sentences differ from person to person. Now, when you are talking to your father, the tone will be different. When you're talking to your teacher, the tone will be different. When you're talking to your colleague and when you're talking to your boss, the tone differs. When you're talking to a mayor or a minister, the tone will be different. Why is this different? That you have to understand. That means it is called suitability. Suitability. For example, you cannot talk in the same way with one and all. In the way that you're talking to your colleague, you cannot talk to your boss. That is the difference. Now, why? When you're talking to your colleague, when you're talking to your friend, there is not that much formality. But when you're talking to your boss, there is a formal touch. You'll begin with a sir, or you'll say boss, or something like that. That respect will be there. The tone of respect will be there. When you're talking to your brother, the tone of love will be there. So the tone differs from person to person because we are human beings. So what type of tone? This is called a formal tone. Formality. An official tone. It is not unofficial because everything is recorded. It is black and white. So it should be official tone because in future, you are responsible for the words which you are writing. Yesterday, I taught one sentence, the importance of a comma. Just by misplacing a comma, one person died. Now, the person who has written that one will be definitely punished. So, in the same way, you are responsible for what you are writing. So, present it with great care and caution. C and C, care and caution. Don't throw whatever you want to throw. No. There should be formal tone. That means standardized structures. Write down these sentences or words, whichever I am telling. Standardized structures. That means, for example, when you are building a building, the pillar should be either square or rectangle. That's how it is. The pillar, the form of a pillar will be square or a rectangle. That's it. That is it. So that means there is something called standard style. For example, when you are constructing a house, the wall may be 4.5 inches thickness or 9 inches thickness or 18 inches thickness. So there is something called form. If you open a book, there is something called the cover, the front cover and the back cover. The back cover cannot be front cover and the front cover cannot be back cover. And again, the left, for example, the people who write from right to left, for example, some Urdu or Arabic or that languages, then you see from the other side, from right to right, the front cover will be the right one, the right hand side, the last cover. And for the people who write from left to right, the left hand side cover will be the first one. So that's it. Either this one or this one. The form according to person, place, time, and situation. If you are writing to a doctor, you should write the tone which suits the doctor. When you are writing to a specialist, you have to write in that manner. You cannot write as if you are writing to some other doctor. You cannot write as if you are writing to subordinate. Yes. So that is what. There are 3 styles of writing. Come on, write down 3 styles. One is upward journey. Second one is downward journey. Third one is parallel journey or horizontal. So horizontal means you write to your colleagues, same level. It's called coordination. Write down number 1, coordination. Coordination. Coordination means of same level. One doctor to another doctor of the same category. One nurse to another nurse. One cardiologist to another cardiologist. Like that one. This is called coordination between the persons of the same level. It is called coordination. Second one is subordination. That means you are a subordinate and you are writing to superior. Now this 2 styles. You are a subordinate. You are the subordinate. So you are from inferior level to superior level. This is upward movement. That means your letter is going to the higher authority. You are an ordinary doctor and you are writing to a specialist. For example, a cardiologist or a pulmonologist or a gynecologist or a nephrologist. That means you don't have that speciality. So you are taking the guidance of a person who is special in that particular field. So you are a subordinate to that person. And whatever he says, you have to implement. There ends the matter. You are the subordinate. So subordination. Because you are writing a letter to a higher authority. So then your tone should be little bit careful. You cannot say, do this, do that, do this, do that. You cannot boss him. You cannot guide him. You cannot suggest him because he is the boss in his mind. You are helpless, so you are taking his help. So how can you tell him, do this one, check this one, consult, make assessment? You cannot tell. You cannot boss him. You cannot order him. You cannot command him. That is subordination. Absolute. You say, you are the authority. Like that, you have to humble down to him. That means you should not fall down. And you cannot even boss him. Because he is the master of the subject. There is no question. You have to bow down and respect to his quality. Because without his help, you cannot do anything here. Be careful. This is called subordination. It should be absolute subordination. And whatever he needs, you have to provide. You should be ready to surrender all the information to him. Surrendering the information, passing on the information. And you should make his job simple. You should not complicate his, okay? So what all information you give, based on that one, he can assess. So give the information that is relevant to him. That means don't hide the information from him. If you are not writing important information, that means you are not providing sufficient information. That means you are making him lame. You are disabling him. You are not supporting him. Okay? You are making him problems. Because without full information, he cannot decide on what is what. So give all the relevant information to him. Number one. And don't overload him with information. If you overload him with information, because then he will get upset. What all this nonsense? Why do I need all this nonsense? You are wasting his time. You're not supposed to give irrelevant information. That means you cannot hide relevant information from him. That means all the relevant information you must provide. Compulsorily, you must provide that relevant information which is required to assess the case. Number two, you should not give him all the information. I'm sorry, I don't know who is there, who is there, who is there. Just listen carefully. What I'm talking about, relevant information. You should know what is relevant information. You are the person who has to decide what is relevant information and what is not in the relevant information. You have to step into the shoes as if you are the other person, and you should decide which is needed for him. To pick and choose. You know what is good for your daughter. You know what is good for your son. You know what type of food is good, what type of clothes are good, what type of education is good, what type of material are good for your children, you know, for your husband, for your family, for your brother, for your sister, you know everything. Like that, you should pick and select, and all the good things, relevant things, important things, necessary things, you have to give him. You know that your brother doesn't like sounds, so avoid, don't give him sound. Give that peaceful environment in the house. That's what it is. So, in the same way, what he does not need, don't give him. For example, your son doesn't like, bitter foods, like bitter gourd or something like that. He doesn't like milk. So don't give milk. Give him something else. If he doesn't like coffee, give him tea. If he doesn't like tea, give him coffee. Whatever he likes, that you give. So that is what I'm telling you. What they want, give them. What they do not want, don't give them. Giving the relevant information is as important as not giving the irrelevant information. Not only giving the important information is important. No, not giving the unimportant things also is important. Don't flood him with unnecessary information. Yeah. Number 2. So you have to segregate these things. What is important and what is not important? You have to make it into 2 groups. And only that one which is important, push it forward. Which is unimportant, keep it aside. There is your wisdom. So that is what I am telling you. Variety is the spice of life. Add more of it. Add more of it. So, what is this variety? Variety means everyone is writing and I am writing. What is that which is different from the similar standards of others? Why is my quality unique? Why is my quality special? So now 3 grades I told you. So upward, passing on information upward. So upward direction. The next one is downward direction. That means you are writing a letter to some other person who is below you. That means you are writing to a manager at a care home. You are writing to a nurse. You are writing to a physiotherapist. You are writing to somebody else who is going to support you. Right to understand? So those people do not have this much knowledge regarding these things. So they have that knowledge regarding those areas only, but they don't have that much knowledge regarding what you know. For example, you are asking him to medication compliance, monitoring regular monitoring of medication compliance is extremely beneficial. Now you are writing these things. Regular monitoring of medication compliance is extremely beneficial. Now see here how I have done. Regular monitoring of medication compliance is extremely beneficial. Now these 6 words are joined by these 2 words, is and of. Regular monitoring of medication compliance is extremely beneficial. 6 words, powerful words joined by 2 ordinary words. These are the balancers. If you don't have of and is, and everything falls down. So those connections should be maintained well. Instead of, you use is, and instead of is, you use of, it becomes nonsense. Regular monitoring is medication compliance of extremely beneficial. There is nothing in this one now. So that balancers, they're balancing properly. That is very important. You are walking on a tight rope and there will be a rod in your hand. So with that rod, you will balance like that one. So those are balancers, very important. Not only passing on the relevant information. Number 1, write down. Number 1, horizontal procedures. Horizontal procedures. That means it is coordination between same level. Coordination between same level. This doctor is writing to another doctor. So because they are transferred to another town. So the case is transferred from this doctor to that doctor. Because he cannot go and see him every time in that village. So the case is transferred to that doctor in that particular village. So coordination between parallel level, same level. Coordination. This doctor is writing to another doctor. Doctor from this hospital, doctor from that hospital, this village to that village. That's all. Because patient is transferred or he's going to stay with his daughter or father or mother or brother or sister or son, whatever it is. So he's moving to another city or town or village. So you are writing a letter to them. That is how it is. That is called coordination between two same levels. Two officers in the same level. Okay, fine. That is parallel. The upward communication. Parallel communication is over. Then upward communication. That means you are writing to a senior, or you are going to writing to an expert, or you are writing to a higher knowledgeable person. Okay, a powerful authority or a cardiologist. So then he is specialized in that area. So give him all the information that is needed because he is going to support you. Because this, you are a doctor and you don't know, you are not a specialist. So that's why you don't know what is the problem with his heart. You know that something problem is there with his heart, but you don't know what exactly it is and why it is. So that's why you are referring him to a specialist, a cardiologist. Then that cardiologist will support you. So this is upward communication. Upward communication. Then third one is downward communication. Downward communication means a superior to a subordinate. For example, after cardiologist does the operation, he is sending him to post-operative care unit or a ward, and is writing to the ward in charge or the ward manager or another subordinate clinic or somewhere or whatever it is, or he's writing to a home care nurse or somebody else, or he's writing, cardiologist is writing to what is that? Patient's own GP. Because from senior to down, it is coming from up to down. Or a doctor is writing to a nurse, or a doctor is writing to a social worker, or a nurse is writing to a social worker, like that one. So level from top down approach. This is called top down approach. That is upward approach. This is downward approach. Right. This is top down approach. So here you should not be bossy again, but you should be requesting. You should be requesting. That means you have to be very cooperative. You cannot boss. So that is what it is. So keeping all these things, and only two places you can write a request. One is the introduction and one is the conclusion. In the introduction, if you want to write, say, thank you for seeing. In the conclusion, you say, please do not hesitate to other areas, anywhere, don't write any requests. Kindly, please, all this nonsense. Only in the introduction you write, or in the conclusion you write. That's all. Be requesting. Okay, otherwise it is unprofessional. That means it is professional injustice to yourself. You cannot bow down every time. Please, 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 like that one. Don't beg. Be a proud medical officer. Please, kindly, again, please. I have seen many letters. Don't write anywhere in the body, please. It is not very excellent manner. Okay, only two places you can write. First one, if you say thank you for considering this one, like that one. Okay, the last, please do not hesitate to contact me. So like that one. Only these two places you use either please or thank you. Otherwise nothing. Don't use. In the first paragraph you can use thank you. In the last paragraph you can use please. Nothing else. These are the two words you can use. Otherwise don't use anywhere. You will not see thank you in the last sentence. You will not see please in the beginning. That's all. You will not see. So follow those styles. That is called standard styles. Okay, now coming to the point, the first sentence number 1. Okay. Now, in the introduction, the introductory sentences, or the introduction, we can say, in the introduction, okay, sentences. The introduction, okay, QET means quality enhancement technique. So follow this QET, quality enhancement techniques. Okay, fine. Introduction. The introduction with a difference. The introduction with a difference. Or you can say the introduction, a differential approach. A different introduction, special effects. Yeah, special effects. The introduction, special effects. How you can use these things? Let us see. Introduction, special effects. Now, what are the special effects you have to see? What special? Okay, one sentence I will give you. Thank you for seeing. Thank you. Thank you for seeing. So you can start your sentence like this one. Thank you for seeing. Yes. Thank you for seeing. This is how you can say. So when you use this sentence, it will be extraordinary quality. Okay. So fine. Now, what is this thank you for seeing style? You can see there. So the introduction, special effects, number 1. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah Parker. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Abraham Lincoln or Sarah Parker, whatever you want to write. So this is number 1. Thank you for seeing. Write down number 1, sentence number 1. Thank you for seeing. Write down. Okay. Thank you for seeing. This is one structure you can use. So now how we are going to conclude this one? This sentence. Thank you for seeing Mr. or Mrs. or Miss or Miss. Right. Thank you for seeing Mr., Mrs., Miss, Miss. So, thank you for seeing Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah Parker. Thank you for seeing Miss Dennis Abraham. Thank you for seeing Miss Lena Paul. So like that. So this is how you can use in the introduction. This is a quality sentence. This is a standard sentence. And you can write Mr. Say Brett Collister. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister. Okay. And continuation, you can write whatever you want to write. Thank you for seeing Mr., Mrs., Miss, Mr. Okay. So fine. So the names change. So Mr. Brett Collister. So others I am putting in brackets. Now you can see the sentence there. Thank you for seeing Mr. Or thank you for seeing Mrs. Or thank you for seeing Miss. Thank you for seeing MISS Miss. And the names will come. Okay. Family name last and first name before. So you can write these types. This will be in the beginning of the sentence only. Beginning of the, it will not come in the middle. It will not come in the middle. So what I want you to do is, now I want you to write one sentence using this structure, all of you. One sentence with Mr. One sentence with Miss. One sentence with MISS Miss. One sentence with MISS Miss. Anyone? Okay, write one sentence. Yes. I want you to write in the chat box. One sentence, please. Using this structure. This structure. So I'm giving you different sentences. Okay. Afterwards, joining the sentences, we'll see later. Full stop. Joining the sentences, we'll see later. Yes, that is it. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister. Come on. Write down your sentence, please. And be careful. See that there are no mistakes in that. See that there are no mistakes in that. Yes. See that there are no mistakes in that. One sentence. Yes. Right. Today I'm going to make you without any mistakes. If you attend this session, maybe it will be 3-hour session, I don't know, or 2-hour session or 4-hour session, I don't know. but I'll give you everything. You missed this session and you missed everything. Okay. Yes. Write one sentence. Very good. Very good, all of you. Very excellent. Awesome. Let me check. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah. Naseem, start with capital letter. Thank you. I want you to write it again. Okay, so I'm coming back. Do write as many sentences as you want. I don't want any mistakes from anybody. So, okay, fine. Now I'm going to give you the feedback in a different version. Remember, okay, I don't compromise to one particular style. I have my own different versions. Okay, so always expect the unexpected from Mr. Simon. Okay, right. June 19. Yes, here it is. Yeah. Word document. Yes, coming. Today. Solid sentence styles. Don't dare to miss this session, even by mistake. Okay. I'm teaching you. I'm going to give you dynamites, not bombs. These are dynamites which will blow OET itself. This will blow your score and take you to the skies. Right. Okay. Okay. Yes. So I think you can see everything clearly now. Yeah, I'm correcting the sentences. So write as many sentences as possible. Okay. Thank you for seeing. Number one. Next one, thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker into your care. That is another one. This is thank you for seeing. Then second one is thank you for accepting. You don't know many styles. I know, so I'm going to tell you. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker into your facility, into your care, for your observation. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker for your observation or specialist assessment or whatever you want. Right. Yes, see here. Okay. Right. This is number one, mistake number one. This is what we do every time. That means we know, but we do not know. We are in a dilemma whether what to do. See how many mistakes in this one sentence which you have written. Sarah Parker. Okay, Mrs. Sarah. 3 mistakes you have done in this one sentence. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah. Yes. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah. In the introduction, write full name. Okay. Write full name or write the second name only. Don't write the first name. Only first name is wrong. Only first name is wrong. So this is the third mistake. Sarah, you are not supposed to write. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Second name will come, Mrs. Collister. Okay. Or write in full, Sarah Collister. So now you understand 4 mistakes you have done. One is T capital is missing. One is Mrs. M capital letter is missing. One is Sarah, S capital letter is missing. And you have written the first name, not the second name. If you want to write only one name, write the second name and not the first name, because you remember you have thought of as a major. That's why you said Mrs. Mrs. is a major, not underage, not below 16. So you have to write second name, not first name. So 4 mistakes you have written. Naseem. Okay, I'm not opening mics for anyone. I'm not opening mics for anyone. Okay, fine. Right. So very good. Very good. You are doing very well. Okay. Next. Right. So now stop writing. Yeah. Control A, Control C. Okay. Right. So review. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Okay, we got this one now. Don't write anything now. Let us see fast what type of mistake. So we can learn from everyone. We can learn from everyone. Right. Yes. So now you have seen how mistakes happen. You know now. Next one. Thank you for seeing. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Yeah, very good. This is B is a mistake. It should be capital. Sorry. You can invite any number of your friends. Okay. If you want, make it a big show, because I'm going to blast it today, and call our friends also who are not attending. Okay, call our friends who are not attending, tell them that it is very important session. Okay, tell them that it is very important session. Okay, make it full house, make it full house. So thank you for seeing. Yeah, right. So Gerald Baker, B capital letter. So I told you write a full sentence. Okay, so full sentence. So full sentence means there should be a full stop. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Full sentence, no incomplete sentence. Full sentence. Afterwards, you can join. Afterwards, you can join. Okay, thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Very good. So that is Vijnana Jyoti. Then thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Okay, fine. Very good. So no mistake in this Sangeeta. Very good. So next, that absolute right. So if you want to write like this, then what you have to do is you have to write like this. Dot, dot, dot means continuation is there. So put 3 dots after comma, then continuation is there. Okay. Yes. So that is fine. Okay. Next one. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister. Very good. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Nina Wilson. Full stop. Okay. Right. Fine. Then next one. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Jasmine Thompson. If you put comma, you have to put 3 dots like this one. Okay, that is fine. Next one, Romila. Thank you for seeing Miss Lena Parker. Mistake. So it should be capital letter. Lena Parker and a full stop. So Prabjit Kaur, thank you for seeing Miss Lena Paul. Okay, fine. Thank you for seeing Mr. John. No, Mr. John Travolta. So second name is a must, and after comma, dot should be there. Comma is incomplete, so put dot. That means to show continuous. Thank you for seeing Mr. Blair Collister. Very good. Full stop. Fine. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Lena Paul. Full stop. Here double space not needed. So be careful of your spacing. Thank you for seeing Miss Mary Bell. Okay, comma dot. Okay, right. Thank you for seeing Miss Mary Bell. Right. Then thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Full stop. Right. Thank you for seeing Miss Bruin. Miss Samantha Bruin. Okay, Bruin is okay, fine. But in the introduction, you can write in full, that is better. Okay, full stop. Thank you for seeing Miss Samantha Bruin. Right. Then next one. Thank you for seeing Miss Patrick Wilson. Full stop. Next. Thank you for seeing Miss Rina Paul. Very good. Okay, fine. Thank you for seeing Mr. Ibrahim. What is the next? Something else will be there. Okay, second name. So second name. Abdullah. Okay, or something like that. Full stop. Mr. Thank you for seeing Miss Lena Parker. Double letter space. Lena Parker, full stop. Very good. Thank you, Vijnana Jyoti. So whenever you are writing anything, you have to consider all these things. Mr. Sarah Parker. What is this Mr. Sarah Parker? What did you do? Okay, Sarah is a woman's name and you are adding Mr. So better Miss. Okay, better write Miss. Okay, Sarah is a girl's name, so you cannot add Mr. Sarah Parker. Sorry. Okay, thank you for saying Mr. Brett Collister. Okay, so comma dot. Okay, fine. Then thank you for seeing Miss Mary Bell. Very good. Thank you for seeing Miss Patrick Nelson. Okay, full stop. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Very good. So this is one sentence. Okay, fine. Thank you for seeing Miss Smita Agarwal. Very good. Then thank you for seeing Mr. Patrick Nelson. Okay, fine. Thank you for seeing Mr. Peter Parker. Who is this? Peter Parker. Okay, thank you for seeing Mr. Peter Parker. Very good. Then next one. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Annie Fisher. Yeah, fine, full stop. Thank you for seeing double space. Mr. Gerald. No, Mr. Gerald Baker. Gerald Baker. Full stop. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah Parker. Full stop. Yeah. Thank you for seeing Mr. Ibrahim. Okay. Muhammad. Okay. And next one. Thank you for seeing Mr. Abraham Thomas. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for seeing Miss Tina Abraham. Right. Very good. Okay. Then thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah Parker. Okay, full stop. Fine. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Sarah Paul. Right. Very good. Okay, full stop. Right. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Jane Rudick. Comma. Dot. Okay. Then thank you for seeing Miss Bell. Miss Mary Bell. So that is how it should be. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Space, double space. Thomas spelling. Thoma as Thomas. Thomas Parker or something like that. Thank you for seeing Miss Tina. Tina or Teena. Tina Wilson. Okay, thank you for seeing. Again, see, these are mistakes. We don't know that these are mistakes. Sarah Parker. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Very good. Right, we are coming last. Thank you for seeing Miss Julia Bell. Whatever name you want to give, you can give. Okay. Right. Okay, this is correct. Thank you for seeing Miss Sarah Parker. Right. Thank you for seeing Mr. Martin Rutherford. Okay. Right. Thank you for seeing Miss Shahla Bashir. Okay. Thank you for seeing Miss Tanvi Aurora. Thank you for seeing Miss Sarah. See here, double space. Okay. One more minute. Thank you for seeing Miss Sarah Nelson. Right. Thank you for seeing Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Full stop. Right. Full stop. Always, whenever you are writing a sentence, either complete it or show that it is incomplete by ... Otherwise, it is a mistake. Okay. Full meaning should be there. Very good. Thank you for seeing Miss Bell, who was ... That is what I'm saying. Okay. Who was diagnosed? Okay. Right. Thank you for seeing Miss Bell, Mr. Bell. Mr. Donald Bell, who was diagnosed with renal colic and requires further assessment and care at your facility. Very good. So this is a mistake here. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Paula Johansson. Okay. Thank you for seeing Miss Gina Natalia. Something like that. Finished. And one more page is there. Thank you for seeing. Spelling mistake. Seeing Mrs. Mary Bell. Full stop. Right. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Potter. Okay. Be careful. Mistakes are mistakes. These mistakes only will go into your question paper. And again, you will be doing mistakes. Same mistakes you will do. Okay. Thank you for seeing Miss Priya Warrior. Okay. Then thank you for seeing Mr. Jane Rudick. Okay. Thank you for accepting Mr. Smith for your observation. Why space it is showing? Observation, full stop. Okay. Thank you for accepting Mr. Smith for observation. Enough. Why for your observation? For observation. Mr. John Smith. That is the mistake. In the introduction, write full name. Write full name. Mr. Smith is okay, but write full name as far as possible. Thank you for accepting Gerald Baker. Yeah. Right. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker. Not to your facility, into your facility. Into your facility. Okay. Thank you for accepting Mr. Parker. Mr. Peter Parker. Into is one word, not two words. Into your facility, full stop. So thank you for accepting Mrs. Sara Ali into your care. Full stop. Very good. Thank you for accepting Mr. Parker Elika. Fine, full stop. Thank you for accepting Mr. Parker into your facility. In your facility, no, into your facility. Accepting into. Okay. And next one. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald. Spelling mistake. Be careful. Gerald Baker into your care. Okay, he is in your care, already inside, then in your care. Into means from outside to in. That is into your care. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker for your observation. No need your for observation. Okay. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald into your facility. Into your facility. Full stop. Always a sentence will start with a full stop and end with a full stop. Remember that. Thank you for accepting Miss Sarah Parker. Second name is a must. Parker. If it is a okay, or MISS, if it is a small girl. Miss Sarah. Just Sarah. So thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker for observation. Okay. You are already staying you here. So why again you are okay from Nusrat? Okay. Thank you for accepting Mr. for your facility, not for your facility, into your facility. Okay. So finished 2 or 3 more. That's all. So next one. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker into your facility. So now you understand how people are doing mistakes. That's very clear. That's very clear how people are doing mistakes. Okay, fine. Next one. Now, second one is second one is yeah, this is one type of sentence. Now, another type of sentence I am going to show you. Okay, this is sentence number 1. Right. Now, second sentence, we'll make a continuous of this sentence. Thank you for seeing Mr. Berald Callister. We'll give a continuation of this sentence. Who presented with signs and symptoms of different. Okay. Mr. Brett Collister presented with. Mr. Brett Collister presented. Mr. Brett Collister was diagnosed. Like that one. Print a screen. Right. This is style 1. Solid sentence style. 1. Okay. Right. Okay. Second one. Right. The second one is the introduction, special effects. Okay. The introduction, special effects. Okay, now here, Mr. Brett Collister, we have written just now, Mr. Brett Collister. The same thing we'll write. Mr. Brett Collister. Okay. Mr. I'll teach you 100 different styles. At least. Mr. Brett Collister Mr. Brett Collister. We are starting with Mr. Brett Collister. Mr. Brett Collister presented today um, okay. Mr. Brett Collister was diagnosed with was diagnosed with uh, was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Mr. Brett Collister was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Mr. Brett Collister was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Okay. Now what we can do is we can do one particular thing here. Okay. We can number these sentences because we are getting quality sentences. Why not we number the sentences? Number one. Okay. Okay. Number one. Okay. Bold. Fine. We're taking this sentence. Number one. Let's broaden it. Okay, fine. Number one. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay. So Mr. Brett Collister was diagnosed with a diabetes mellitus. Okay. Now let us see this one. How are you going to use this sentence in your own style? Okay. You write one sentence like this one. So same, was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus, was diagnosed with something else, was diagnosed with something else. Name change. Okay, name change. This is the introduction. So full name is required. We're talking about introduction. That's what I told you in the beginning only. So write the introductions. Yes. Write down one sentence. Now I'll make you two things together. I will fix a knot. I'll make you fix a knot now. Write down. Write down all of you. Write very nicely. After that, these two sentences will fix nicely. Okay. Right. Write your own sentence. Write your own sentence. So, yes. So this is the sentence. Mr. Brett Collister was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. That's all. Only past tense. Don't use present tense. Has been diagnosed, is diagnosed. All this don't use. The same format you use. As it is, no doubt. No doubt. Okay. Right. This is first style. We have seen style 1. Yeah. Yes, we have got these sentences now. What I am doing is file, save as solid sentence styles. Okay. Now, okay. There were 1 or 2 more sentences there. Okay. Take whatever example you want and write down. You're learning the sentences styles now. Yeah. table 1052. 1052. 1052. Write as many sentences as possible. 1052. 1052. Yeah. Very fast. Yes. From tables. Sorry, here it is. Okay. From 1053. Chitra 1053. Chitra 1053. Yes. And after Chitra Sagaya comes. Yeah. Copy. Yes, we are moving on. We are going into a different style now. Okay. Some more sentences are there. Review. Yes. Post. Again, track changes. So let me close the first one. Chitra, thank you for finish. Sagaya, thank you for saying Mr. Gerald Baker. Yeah, right. This is fine. Yes. Hmm. Thank you for accepting, Mr. Gerald Baker. Okay. Thank you for accepting. Thank you for accepting. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, fine. Thank you for accepting Mr. Rajan Smith. Dot, dot, dot. Thank you for accepting Mr. Gerald Baker into your facility. Okay, here double spaces wrong. Okay, fine. Right. Oh, everything is fine. Thank you for accepting Mr. Darvish Woods into your facility. Right. Okay, here space should be there after comma. Okay, fine. This is done. Now what I'll do is, yes, 1 second. 10 pages are there. Okay. Review stop. Okay. Okay, fine. Yes, 10 pages. Okay, fine. Save. File. Save as PDF. Save. Save. Okay. Done. Yes, we got this one. Okay, we'll say SS1. Okay, SSS. Okay, 1. Okay, right. So these are your sentences which you have written now. Good. Okay. I'm going to show them. Afterwards, you can study from there. What are the mistakes? Everyone's mistakes will be there. Afterwards, you will not get these things. So just I'm giving you 1 second. We are moving to the second line, and afterwards we are going to the combination of these things, and we are making a mega sentence. So add, right. File, save, export to image JPG. Yeah. So we have done. Good. This is sentence number 1. I'm posting all your sentences there. 19 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sentences. All your sentences are going there. Yes. Practice. Fine. Finished. So now second structure. So you can go and see from there, like this one. If you click on that, all your sentences are there already. So, right now, second part. Yes, second style. Okay. Close this. Hmm. File. Save as. S2. Okay. Delete. Okay. Now the sentences, your sentences, all your sentences from here. Yeah. Very good. Just bear with me because I'm also new to all these things. Okay. So I'm just trying to make it convenient for you people. Right. So this is the second style. Yeah. Second one. Mr. Gerald Baker was diagnosed with arthritis. Okay, fine. That is good. Okay. Arthritis, right. Then Gerald Baker was diagnosed with, Mr. Gerald Baker was diagnosed with renal colic. Okay. Miss Mary Bell, who was died. Comma should come here. I told you don't write a who. Okay, fine. Miss Mary Bell, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. And again here another comma should come. So double mistake. Review. Okay. Comma. Here again should be comma. Okay. Right. Miss Sharla Bashir was diagnosed with bronchial asthma. Right. Mr. Gerald Baker was diagnosed with asthma. Mr. Abraham Lincoln, spelling mistake. Coln, Lincoln, was diagnosed with acute renal failure. Okay, full stop is a must. Right. Mr. Gerald Baker was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Should be full stop. Sentence finished. Okay. Sentence finished there. So it should be full stop. And next one. Mr. Darvish Woods was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. Mr. Paul Ferris was diagnosed with coronary artery disease. CAD. Mr. Abraham Ahmed, double line, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Should be full stop, that's all. Mr. Gerald Baker was diagnosed with hypertension. Come, full stop should be immediate, not so far. Mr. John Paul was diagnosed with osteoarthritis. Fine. Mr. Jack Ben Johnson was diagnosed with hypertension, H small letter, full stop. Ananya. Mrs. Ananya George was diagnosed with COVID pneumonia, full stop. Right. Mr. Bright Wilson, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus, comma. Then here also comma. Okay. Right. Mr. Abraham Ahmad was diagnosed with hypertension, small letter. Okay. Full stop. And here George was diagnosed with COVID pneumonia, full stop. Okay. Miss Lewis, John Lewis, space, not necessary. Arthritis, full stop. Okay. Miss Sarah Parker was diagnosed with renal impairment, comma, comma. Right. Okay. Mr. Dervish Woods, who was diagnosed with bronchitis. Mr. Edwin Brooker, who was diagnosed with acute stomach stroke. And here, comma. Then here also, comma. Mr. Edwin was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Where you put capital letter. Okay. No need continuation. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Callister, who was diagnosed with right renal calculus. Okay. Then full stop. Why continuation? Okay. Mr. Andrew O'Connor has been diagnosed with hypertension. I think you have left space extra. Full stop. Okay. Was diagnosed, not has been. Has been means recently. So better write was. Even if yesterday it is was. Okay, last week also it was diagnosed. And next one, Mr. Brett Callister was diagnosed with renal calculi. Full stop. Next one, Mr. Gerav was diagnosed with left foot injury. Okay. Mr. Jane Sims spelling, some unnecessary space, who was diagnosed with asthma, comma, bronchial asthma, comma, dot, requires your, right, fine. Miss George Consford was diagnosed with pneumonia, full stop. Right, Mr. Mark Anthony was diagnosed with cancer of the colon, full stop. Okay. Right, finish. So 5 sentences. Okay, very good. That's finished. Right, excellent. So now what you have to do is, now we are going to make these 2 sentences into one. We are going to make these 2 sentences into one. So now let us see. Right, these 2 sentences we are making into one sentence now. So how we can make one sentence? Okay. Okay, fine. So thank you for seeing. You'll add here, Bas. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Callister, comma, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Okay. Right. Right. Okay, fine. That is the sentence now. Right. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. So now here that sentence and this sentence is joined. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. So here first sentence is thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister. That is one sentence. And who was, instead of who you'll take. Brett Collister was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Both are combined with who. Relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. This is how you are going to write the third sentence. You are going to write the third sentence. Come on. Come on, write the third sentence. Take the third sentence now. Yeah. Make a third sentence with this one. This is the style. You can use it. You can use this one. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Standard sentences I am giving. Standard. Write down. 2, 3 examples you write down like this. 2, 3 examples. Write down. All of you write down the sentences. Write double sentences, but see capital letter, see full stop, see comma, see punctuation, whatever it is there, everything should be perfect like that. Check and write. Don't write just like that one. Okay, don't write just like that. Yeah. Yes, write out one or two examples. Last. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So next one, number 3. Save as PDF. No. Save as PDF. Sorry. Save as PDF. Yeah. So close this one. Close this one also. Yes. Says 2. Here it is. File. Export. Image. Yes. I'm giving you your second sentence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 pages it came. Okay. S 002. This is the sample sentences you have written for second. You can check here afterwards. You can check here and you can verify those things. Okay. Right. You understood now. Okay. Right. This is how you can check there. See, everyone's name and everything is there, whether corrected, what is the mistake, and everything is there. So you have to check. See, all of them are there in the Telegram channel now. Okay. Fine. That's very good. Next one. Third sentence. Right. Okay, from here. We are going for the third sentence. Yeah, control C. Now what I'll give you is, I'll be giving you fourth sentence now. Sentence number 4. Format 4. Format 4. Okay. Format 4. Sentence style 4. Okay. Right. Uh, right. We got third sentence now. Right. Okay. File. Save as. SS3, third model. So all the different people have written different sentences. So you can learn from all those sentences. Right. Now, we are converting, you are using another sentence now. That is sentence 4. Sorry. No. Okay, this is SSS3. Okay. 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 Fine. Good. So 3 sentences. 28. 32. 30. 40. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is the point. Now I am giving you sentence number 4. The style number 4. Okay. This is number 3 over. So number 4. Okay. Number 4. Yeah. Sentence number 4. Um, okay. Mr. Brett Collister. I'm giving you another style. Okay. Presented today. Complaining of sore eyes and worsening vision. So this is one example. Okay, Mr. Brett Collister presented today complaining of sore eyes. Complaining of means about sore eyes. Okay. Right. Complaining of sore eyes. You can see that there. Right. This is number 4. So this is number 4. Mr. Brett Collister presented today complaining of sore eyes and worsening vision. Mr. Brett Collister presented today complaining of something. Complaining of something. Okay. So complaining of something or with the complaints of. There are many different ways. I'm giving you some standard styles. Official styles I'm giving. So follow this. Mr. Brett Collister presented today complaining of sore eyes and worsening vision. So write down this sentence. This is number 4, style number 4. Okay. Write this one. Write this one. This is number 4 sentence. Take your any example you take, anything you take, and you write. Okay. I'm going to give you 100 different styles. I told you. Active. Speed up. Speed up now. We are going fast now. Yeah. Mr. Brett Collister presented today complaining of sore eyes. Mr. Brett Collister presented today complaining of sore eyes and worsening vision. Learn the style. This is number 4. What all styles I'll give you, practice these styles, that is enough. Okay. Number 4. Print screen. S 04. Okay. Yeah. Before comma, no gap. After comma, gap. Okay. Format 4. Yes. Afterwards, you can check your sentences from others and you can correct. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So, thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker, who was diagnosed with arthritis. Thank you for seeing Miss Thyssen, comma, who is this? Sangeeta. Space should be there. Okay, review, track changes. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerald Baker, who was diagnosed with arthritis. Okay, full stop. Okay. Okay. Thank you for seeing Miss Misty Sen, space, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Right. Thank you for seeing Mr. Darvish Woods, who was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Hmm. Thank you for seeing Mr. Paul Ferris, who was diagnosed with cancer. Thank you for seeing Mr. Gerard Baker, who was diagnosed with diabetic mellitus. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Alan John, who was diagnosed with coronary heart disease. Why capital letters? Hmm. Coronary heart disease. No need capital letters. Okay. Thank you for seeing Ms. Shahla Bashir, space, who was diagnosed with bronchial asthma. Okay, right. Thank you for seeing Mr. Andrew O'Connor, who was diagnosed with hypertension. Thank you for seeing Ms. Ananya George, who was diagnosed with COVID pneumonia. Thank you for seeing, thanks you wrong. Thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Thank you for seeing Mr. Mark Anthony, comma, space. Okay, was diagnosed with cancer of the lungs or lung cancer. Okay, this also is correct only. Thank you for seeing Mr. Baker. Okay, who was diagnosed with hypertension. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Dulcie Wood, who was diagnosed with heart flutter. Full stop. Thank you for seeing Mrs. Missy John, comma, no space, who was diagnosed with hypertension. Okay, be careful. Thank you for seeing Mr. John Paul, who was diagnosed in osteoarthritis. Thank you for accepting Mr. Smith Parker, space, who was diagnosed with inguinal hernia. Right. Thank you for seeing Mr. Abraham Yusuf, who was diagnosed with asthma. Thank you for seeing Miss Rina, unnecessary space, Sen, who was diagnosed with arthritis. Thank you for seeing Mr. Allah John, who was diagnosed with pneumonia, single no. Thank you for seeing Mr. Mark Anthony, who was diagnosed with osteoarthritis. Thank you for seeing Mr. Paul Emmanuel, who was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. Thank you for accepting Ms. Jane Sims Space, who was diagnosed with meningitis. Thank you for seeing Miss Mary Well, who was diagnosed with renal colic. Thank you for seeing Miss Lena Paul, who was diagnosed with malaria. Singles. Sorry. Full stop. Full stop. Hey, full stop. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Smith Parker, who was diagnosed with renal failure. Thank you for saying Mr. Johnson George, who was diagnosed with acute renal failure. Thank you for accepting Mr. Sam Paul George. P capital letter, who was diagnosed, not is diagnosed. Past tense, simple past. Okay. Thank you for saying Mrs. Hillary Clinton was diagnosed with diabetes mellitus. No capitals. Okay. Thank you for saying Mr. Gerald Baker was diagnosed with intestinal obstruction. Okay. Thank you for saying Ms. Jane Sims who was diagnosed with progressive multiple sclerosis. Okay. If it is given in bullet point, capital letters can be there, but when you are writing in a sentence, you should not write capital letters unless it is like Parkinson or something else. Okay. Okay. Thank you for saying Mr. Jeremy Taylor. Jeremy spelling Jere, Jeremy Taylor, who was diagnosed with lung cancer. Thank you for saying Miss Jasmine Thompson, who was diagnosed with Parkinson. P capital letter, very good. Thank you for accepting Miss Reena Sen, who was diagnosed with meningitis. Thank you for seeing Miss Reena Joseph, who was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Okay. Thank you for seeing Mr. Alex Xavier, who had an accident. Thank you for accepting Mrs. Priya Sharma, who was diagnosed with ectopic pregnancy. Thank you for accepting Ms. Sarah Paul, who was diagnosed with brain tumor. Use the British spelling if possible. Thank you for seeing Ms. Anju Thomas, who was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Tumor TUMOR is also accepted, but I'm just telling you. Thank you for seeing Ms. Jane Sims, who was diagnosed with pneumonia. Then next, finished. Okay, very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Fine. Review. Track changes. You do your work, I'll do my work. Okay. So right. So 10 pages. Very good. File. Save. File. Save as PDF. Save. Close. Write down, write down, write down. Next. Okay. So third letter. Third one. Okay. Yeah. So this is SS3. So SS3. File. Export to Microsoft Image JPG. No. So we have, now you can take all these things together. and you can say, thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, okay, who presented today complaining of sore eyes and worsening of vision. That is another one. We make a bigger sentence. Okay. Fine. I'll give you another one. 1 second. Watermark. Add master class. Okay. Header and footer. Close. I export to okay. Fine. So this is done. So yeah. Okay. So now fifth one now. Fifth one. Miss. What you mark? Okay, right. 1 over. Yes. Yes. Okay. So next sentence number 5. Okay. Here this is sentence number 3. 3 SS3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm correcting all your sentences. Huh? You, if you are serious, I will help you. If you are not serious, that's up to you. Okay. Those who are writing, I'm correcting. Okay. Afterwards, you can go and see there. Okay. SSS 003. Okay. See, all your sentences are there. Okay. All your sentences are there. Right. Next one, SS2. SS2. Okay. This one will delete. Okay. SS2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Fine. SSS 002. Okay. If you want your corrections, I'm working. Okay. Yeah. Right. So I given there. So all the corrections. Okay. You can see there. All of them are there. Okay. You can see this is okay. Question to question. See, this is fourth one. This is third one. So all are there. You can see that. Okay, fine. Next one. Fourth one is over. I'll take the fourth one, but fifth question I'll give you now. Fifth style of sentence. Okay. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5 is Mr. Brett Collister. Mr. Brett Collister For example, these symptoms for quite some time. Okay. For example, symptoms of something. Then you can say he has been experiencing. He has been experiencing means for quite some time, not just now, for quite some time. Sometime earlier also, now also. So has been, you have to say. Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing uh, symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes. Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. Yeah, this is question number 5. Okay. This is point number 5. Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. Come on, write down. Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. You can use like, thank you for seeing Mr. Brett Collister, who has been experiencing symptoms. That also you can ask. You can join all the different sentences afterwards. How to join sentences, I'll teach you later. But first, write at least small sentences without making mistakes. Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with, consistent. Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. This is one sentence. Okay, Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. The same thing I will write in another style now. Okay. Okay. Seventh one. Mr. Brett Collister has symptoms as signs and symptoms. Mr. Brett Collister has means now signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. This is another one. This is next, sixth one. This is another one. Mr. Brett Collister has signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. Mr. Brett Collister has signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. So this is the sixth style. So Mr. Brett Collister has been experiencing symptoms consistent with type 2 diabetes. So this is one, using consistent. That means that is using suggestive. This is present perfect continuous tense. That is simple present tense. That is simple present tense. Write down this. Write down this one now. 5. SSS 005. This is 006. So Brett Collister has signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. SSS 006. Both the styles you can try. Sorry. S 006. Yeah, come on. Mm. Mm. Yeah, yes. So this is the fifth one. Yes. So next one is sixth one. This one. Okay. Mr. Brett Collister has the signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. Mr. Brett Collister has signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. So write this sentence. Yeah. So next one. Okay. Right. Next one is practice the sentences structures that are Right, learn this every day. I'm giving you all in Telegram channel. Use them on a regular basis and learn. So next one I'll give you. Uh, yeah. Mm, okay. So thank you for seeing. Instead of saying I am referring, instead of thank you for seeing, you can say I am referring Mr. Brett Collister, whose signs and symptoms are suggestive. Who has signs and symptoms? Okay, like that. Anything you can write. Instead of thank you for seeing, now you say I am referring. I am referring. So number 7. So I am referring. If it is a referral letter, only you have to use, only if it is a referral letter, you have to use like this. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister. Okay. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister, comma, who has signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes. That's all. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister, who has signs and symptoms suggestive of type 2 diabetes, for your expert evaluation and appropriate treatment, or something like that. Okay, I am referring Mr. Brett Collister. So you can use, okay. Okay, I am referring Mr. Brett Collister. Okay, don't write this one. I'll change the sentence. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister for your for appropriate for expert for um, for definitive diagnosis and appropriate management. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister for definitive diagnosis and appropriate management. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister for a definitive diagnosis and appropriate management. If you want to add something, you can add here, comma, dot, dash, 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 comma. So like that. I am referring Mr. Brett. Sorry. Yeah. I'm referring Mr. Brett Collister, dash, 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 for a definitive diagnosis and appropriate management. I'm referring Mr. Brett Collister for definitive diagnosis and appropriate management. This is one. If you don't know what is the diagnosis, perfect. If you want to send it to cardiologist or pulmonologist or somebody else specialist, Then you have to write like this because you don't know. So you are requesting him for this one. I'm referring Mr. Brett. This is upward direction. This is upward direction. Okay. So 12 sentences. I am referring Mr. Brett Collister. When you are writing, when you are not writing anything, you have to put two commas or only one, no need comma. Nusrat. Okay. I am referring Mr. John Rock uh, who has been experiencing, Romila, been experiencing symptoms of chest pain, comma for definitive diagnosis. Two commas should come or nothing should come. Signs and symptoms suggestive of COVID. Okay. Right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. Next one. Mary. Mary Beth. Okay. Okay. Fine. Very good. Now I'm giving you another sentence. Okay. Seven. Okay. Okay. Miss Mary Bell, comma, who was admitted. Okay. Miss Mary Bell, that we'll see afterwards, was admitted. Miss Mary Bell was admitted due to Miss Mary Bell was admitted due to unstable diabetes mellitus and a foot minor ulcer, minor infected ulcer on the left foot. So this is another one. Miss Mary Bell was admitted double due to. Miss Mary Bell was admitted due to unstable diabetes mellitus and a minor infected ulcer on the left foot. Mr. Mary Bell was admitted due to unstable diabetes mellitus and a minor infected ulcer on the left foot. So you can write like this one. You can write one or you can write two like this one. Miss Annie Ellis was admitted due to, okay, whatever one reason or two reasons you can write. Miss Mary Bell was admitted due to unstable diabetes mellitus and a minor infected ulcer on the left foot. You create your own sentences. So seventh sentence. That is sentence number 7. Five, six, seven. Actually, this is 8. and this is 7. Okay. So this is 7 and that is 8. Right. So this is 7. So print the screen. Okay. Okay. This is print the screen. Yes. Okay. So Miss Mary Bell was admitted. So this one you can continue. Miss Mary Bell was admitted due to unstable diabetes mellitus and a minor infected ulcer on the left foot. Okay. Is being discharged today. Is being discharged back into your care today. Is being discharged into your facility today, back into your facility today, or will be discharged tomorrow. Okay. Or Miss Mary Bell, who was admitted, you requires follow-up, ongoing care and appropriate management following her discharge today. Like that. So this is sentence number 8. Write down sentence number 8. Write down sentence number 8. Then sentence number 9. So sentence number 9. Miss Mary Bell requires ongoing management, ongoing regular monitoring, regular continuous monitoring or continuing care, monitoring and appropriate management. Mr. Mary Bell requires regular monitoring and appropriate management. Okay. Following her discharge today. Miss Mary Bell requires regular monitoring and appropriate management. Okay. Miss Mary Bell requires regular monitoring and appropriate management following her discharge today. So this is sentence style number 9. Okay, now I am going to open your mics for a second. All of you work. Okay. Yes, Chandra Kala.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. 1 second. I am opening on everyone's mic. Okay, now you can open Chandra again. Hello, Chandra.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, are you able to understand what I am teaching now?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Huh?
I'm understanding, sir.
Nobody gives you styles like this, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can practice like this and we can benefit, okay?
Yes, sir.
So are you getting some idea how the sentences are
Yes.
falling down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you are able to make the sentences? How they are converging into a style? Okay, they're getting a form and shape. Correct or not?
Correct, sir.
Every day, if we learn 10 sentences like this, enough, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So write down your sentences, all of you. Yeah, next, Chitra. Hello, Chitra.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, are you able to understand the points what I'm explaining you now?
Yes, sir. Understanding, sir. Very clearly
Is
understanding.
this style of learning beneficial or not? Many people will not be interested. They think that they know everything, but for you, the benefit is there or not?
Sir, benefit is there, sir. No one teaching like that each and everything. I am understanding very clear. So, lot of the different methods also you are giving, sir. Very benefit.
Okay. If you are doing like this, you will not have any mistakes, right?
Surely, sir, we are not getting any mistakes, sir.
Even
We
if
are
mistakes
teaching
are there, we can improve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Dia.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Dia. How are you?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yeah, are you able to follow the styles which I am explaining?
Yes, sir. It's really useful, and I'm every time struggling with this making introduction. But on this way, it's really helping me to make a sentences right. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Are these sentences useful for you or you think it's a waste of time?
No, it's useful, sir.
It's useful because I'm not teaching any letter. I'm not doing anything. I'm simply teaching sentences. Huh?
Yes,
So,
yeah, it's the way really is useful, sir. The way you are teaching, really, it's good.
okay, fine, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hima,
Yes, sir.
what do you feel about the session now which is going on? What is the benefit that you are able to gain?
Yeah, different ways we can ways of style writing, sir, for the introduction especially. The 9 different sentences how we can make we learn today.
Okay. So you can see how others are making sentences, what others, what your
Yes, yes, yes.
are, what your corrections
Um,
are, what other
if there
styles
is
of
any
sentences, how they
space
are
needed.
changing, how they are modifying. Correct or not?
Yes, yes, yes,
Whether
yes.
they are
Different.
right or wrong, also you can guess. Correct or
Yeah.
not?
Yes,
Eh?
yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Now, more practice is almost 20 students are doing work. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
fine.
especially the space and colon, comma.
Okay. First of all, I'm making single sentences. Afterwards, I'll
Yes.
improve this quality. Okay.
Okay.
First, we'll learn 100 different styles of writing sentences. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So one more style is there. Afterwards, we'll go into the body.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Next, write as many sentences as possible. Next one, Jasmine. Jasmine. Jasmine is on duty or what?
No. Yes, sir. No. I'm listening. I'm off, sir. I'm
Okay,
listening.
if you
Even
have
duty
a
also
stick-
I'm listening.
If you have a stick in your hand, you'll beat me black and blue, no? Your voice is so strong like that.
Yes, sir. I'm always, if I'm duty also, after duty also, I'm listening until 2-3 o'clock. I'm enthusiastic like you, sir, in
Okay.
listening, in learning. Yes, sir. I learned today so many sentences, sir. because I always write. I'm writing this letter. Every letter and the first day you told me anybody will writing is writing. Why you want to writing? So that from that time I left that sentences. So today I learned so many sentences, different style. I learned, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So print screen. Okay, this is SSS 009. Okay, right. Next. Okay, Jesse Bell. Jesse Bell.
Good evening, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Tell me.
Yes, sir. I learned how to construct the sentences, sir.
Is this approach useful for you?
Yes, sir. In the letter writing, yes.
If so, why?
So you can address better and you can construct a good letter.
Okay, fine, fine. Are you able to identify different styles? If one is
Yes,
not
sir.
there, another is not there, another one like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Lalita Parameshwaran.
Yes, sir. Good
Yeah,
evening.
Lalita, what do you notice from today's session?
Yeah, I studied different style, different sentences. Yeah, really lot of things I studied today.
Many people won't attend these sessions because this is hard work, right?
No. This is we needed.
Huh?
No, not like that, sir.
No, many people don't attend because they think that this is hard work, right?
For me, no, it's okay. I like it.
Okay, okay, fine. So what did you like about today's session?
Maybe I studied a lot of different styles. This is really I like
Okay.
because before we are writing the same styles and really lot of correction. Today really I impressed this.
What, President?
I impressed this letter writing today.
Okay. Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
tomorrow I'm expecting everyone's mock test, okay?
Yes, sir.
So nobody, only one student has sent one reading. Nobody
Yeah,
else.
because
Is
we
that-
started class, sir, that time.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it's okay, no problem. The
Sir,
first 12 students who will complete and send them to me, I'll make them into a separate group. And make
sir,
them,
I have a question, sir.
what is that?
Actually, when they say your words should be 180 to 200, what exactly they say from the starting of the person whom you're addressing to the ending where our name is? So it all should consist of 200 words or just
Yeah.
the body?
No. From after the subject, that means from introduction, I am referring or thank you for seeing from there to the paragraph before. What is that? In case you require
Yours
any additional
sincerely.
information, please do not hesitate to contact me. That is not counted.
Okay, it's not counted.
Subject and before. Subject also is not counted and before is not counted. And thank you for seeing. Sorry. What is that? If you require any additional information, please do not hesitate to contact me. That is not counted and afterwards is not counted.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I
For
had this doubt.
only for word count. Okay. But marking
Okay.
everyone is counted. For marking,
Yeah.
everything is counted. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Address, word count is different. And letter is
Okay.
different. Letter means
Okay.
subject, address, everything is included. Marking. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So many people write registered nurse and leave it. They think that letter is finished. But afterwards, in which hospital, which street, which town, okay, all those will also be there. They also should be collected and written.
Yeah, I will keep in mind, sir.
Yeah. So next, so 9. No, one day also he has been suffering since morning. He has been suffering. I have been teaching for the last 1 hour. Not long term means not means in the past also done. Now also I am doing. Next also I will do. That is present perfect continuous. That is has been okay. So it doesn't mean that weeks or months or years. It may be even hours also and minutes also. I have been teaching for the last 20 minutes. Okay. Even 10 minutes also. I have been explaining for the last 10 minutes. It's okay. Means sometime before, now, and sometimes afterwards. Okay. I have been sitting here for the last 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes. 4 minutes before I was sitting. 3 minutes before I was sitting. Now also I am sitting. After 5 minutes also I am sitting. I will be sitting. Means I have been sitting for the last 5 minutes. So even 5 minutes also is considered as, but the words since for the last, then it is has been, that is what you have to use. Okay. She has been suffering from headache for the last 15 minutes. You have to use for the last or since. Okay. I'll teach you those grammar concepts afterwards. No worry. Next. Yeah. Nusrat.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Nusrat. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks, God. How about you, sir? How are you
You are
today?
still happy with me or angry with me? I think
I'm
you are
too.
very angry with me because I have chopped you down in the afternoon, no?
No, sir. I'm so happy today to learn this all things because before really I don't know anything. But thanks God, now I know something.
Hmm. Okay, what is your feeling about today's session, which I'm
Today's
explaining?
session is very good and very excellent, and I come to know that how to organize the sentence, how to organize the introduction, and what will be the purpose. All things I know today.
Hmm. Okay, okay, fine, good. Right. So next, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Prabjeet.
so much for your all effort.
Hello,
Hello,
Prabda.
sir.
Yeah,
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
good morning. What did you learn today?
Yes, sir. Actually, I do every time mistake in the connection making sentences.
Hmm.
So today I learned that how I should appropriately write the sentence.
Hmm. So you are able to identify, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good, good. That's really good. So you are getting some standard size, huh? You can use
Yes,
as it is,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So you can make some templates like this, right?
Yes, sir.
And you can use the same style. So you can learn that one. That is enough. So then you'll have less chances for doing mistakes. So if you learn something standard on based on some standard, It will be easy for you. Okay.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay. So next. Hmm. Mary Bell. M-A-R-Y. Okay. Okay, another sentence. Okay, 10th one. You can write like this with thank you sentence. After discharge, how can you write thank you sentence? Okay. This is a new style. Many of you don't use this one. I am writing, I am updating, I am referring, I am discharging, I am transferring. I don't know what all you write. So why you want to bring I? So thank you. Thank you for continuing the care of Miss Mary Bell. Miss Mary Bell after the discharge. Okay, I'm giving you the official templates. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Thank you for continuing. Thank you for continuing the care of. Thank you for continuing the care of Miss Mary Bell after her discharge from Newtown Community Hospital today. You can write like this. So after her discharge from Newtown Community Hospital, because she's discharged, she's being discharged from here today. Okay. Okay. Thank you for continuing the care of Miss Bell after her discharge from Newtown Community Hospital today. So here you can change like this one. Thank you for continuing the care of Miss Mary Bell after her discharge from. So continuing the care, you are continuing the care. Okay, of Miss Bell. You need not say ongoing care. She requires ongoing care. Instead of that, you are saying thank you for continuing the care of Miss Mary Bell after or following her discharge from Newtown Community Hospital today. So that is how you can write. So you can write your own sentence like this. Signs and symptoms suggestive of. Has means of. Okay. Thank you for continuing the care of Miss Mary Bell after her discharge from Newtown Community Hospital today. So like this also you can write. This is also introductory sentences. Introductory sentences. I'll keep the phone for charging. Come on, write one sentence. Write down some modal sentences. Modal sentences. Thank you for continuing the care. Thank you for seeing. Thank you for accepting. Thank you for continuing. So whenever you say thank you, it should be thank you for seeing. Thank you for accepting. Thank you for continuing. Thank you for verb plus ing will come. That is what it is. So you are learning a new style. Write down. Number 1, thank you for seeing. Number 2, thank you for accepting. Number 3, thank you for continuing. These are the standard styles. Now you are learning many different things. Yes. Okay. So today we have learned 10 different types of sentences. Okay. So all of you can stop typing. If anybody has to type, I think you all of you have typed already. Okay. Right. Okay. So fine. So that's fine. So I'll be correcting your papers now. One by one, I'll be calling for those who have in the order you can come and I'll correct the papers one by one. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, because I'll give you the best. If you hurry up, I cannot help you much. So bear with me and get a proper feedback, unlike the others who want to hurry and other things. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. So yeah, correct. No problem. The means particular hospital. If you don't say also, it's okay. The also is okay. Yes. Write your comments about today's session. So every day we learn like this one, 5 to 10 points, sentences. Write your comments right here. Okay, provide. Okay, your feedback. Feedback regarding the current session. One sentence you can write in one sentence. Yeah, we are 1 minute, last minute. So if you want to write anything, you can write. So we can close and I'll start correcting the sentences. Yeah. So that's fine. Thank you very much. So we'll go now and I'll call you one by one. Okay, for corrections. If you are available, I'll give you. Otherwise, yeah, we'll meet later. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night, dear.